This isn't an English learning video. This is a video I feel like I need to make before I continue uploading on YouTube. I think it's really important for me to talk about what happened to me and spread awareness so that this hopefully doesn't happen to you. So you might know I was assaulted by my boyfriend a week ago. I was in Thailand and we had gotten into a fight, and I said that I didn't want to be with him anymore. So he said he didn't want me to be with anyone else, and he choked me. He choked me until I went completely unconscious, and when I woke up, I had bruises all over my face and my eyes. Then he went back again and choked me again, and I went unconscious. I finally was able to run out into the hallway, and I screamed for help. He dragged me back into the room, and then the girl next door, she yelled, "I'm calling the police, I'm calling the police." So then he ran outside, and that's when I closed the door and I locked it. I ran to the balcony and I jumped from this third floor to the second floor just in case. And I ran and I screamed for help on the second floor. Then the police showed up and they took me to file a report and then to the hospital. I wanted to share a brief part of my story with you guys. Not for you to feel afraid, but for you to be aware, to be careful. It's not something that you can ever expect. I didn't go into this relationship thinking that he would do this someday, but I think unfortunately I could have prevented it. There were small moments of violence that I think I always just kind of brushed off, and I don't blame myself at all for what happened, but I do think that by telling my story, I can hopefully prevent this from happening to other women in the world who are watching this. There were always moments in the past when he would threaten to hurt himself. He would threaten to destroy things, never to hurt me, but maybe to break my TV or my computer or my phone, things that he knew were very valuable to me because I make money with those things. And it's so easy to just wake up the next morning and you obviously don't remember how bad it was. So it's easy. It's easy because he's there apologizing, being sweet, being the person who you love. And obviously it's a person that you love, so you're gonna feel empathy for them and sorry for them. And that's what I felt every time. I chose to forgive him because he's had a very hard life, and I thought he really deserved my love because he didn't have love in his life before. That's why it's so much easier to forgive and forget than it is to remember. But I never thought I could be in a situation like this. I never thought the person that I loved could be capable of doing something like this. And it's horrifying that so many women in the world have endured this sort of manipulation and abuse at some point in their lives. But I want to believe that if I had seen a video like this before, if I had felt a little bit of that fear, maybe thought twice about some of his behavior, even the smallest acts or threats of violence, I wouldn't have just brushed them off at the moment. And I don't want you to live in fear. I just want to help whoever I can, whoever needs to hear this. So just leave as soon as possible, because the longer you stay, the more dangerous it gets. And I know sometimes it's not that easy to just leave, but you can get your life back. You deserve a life where you can feel safe. You deserve to be able to get angry in a relationship without fearing that they'll hurt themselves or hurt the people around you or hurt you. We all deserve to feel safe. And if you've ever not felt safe, then listen to that feeling. We need to stop brushing things off and feeling sorry for these people that hurt us, especially women. We feel so much empathy, and I still feel so guilty and ashamed sometimes because I feel sorry for him, and I feel like I'm destroying his life, sending him to jail, or his mom calling me, telling me to please leave him alone. And you definitely can't control how you feel. So just feel what you need to feel, but just remember. I know it's harder to remember than it is to forget, but that memory is what's going to keep you alive. So keep that memory. Here's a video I recorded a few nights ago that I'd also like to share with you guys. If I could prevent this from happening to anyone else out there, I want to do that. If you're listening and something like this is happening to you right now, or has happened to you in the past, it's not your fault. It's not something to feel ashamed or embarrassed about. People who hurt others count on that silence. They count on that shame. Don't be silent. If something feels wrong, then trust that feeling. Trust your intuition. Pay attention to the little signs that you've just been brushing off. The smallest signs of violence. Talk to someone you trust. Family, friends. You just need to take the first step. You'll figure everything else out later. Just talk. You deserve a life where you feel safe. I'm truly grateful that I am safe, that I am here, that I will see my family soon. I hope you can find the support you need from me. You're not alone. I know I am loved, I am supported, and I have so much beauty in my life. And I don't know how I still have this gratitude in me, but from the bottom of my heart, I still believe in better days. I have so much hope and excitement for my future. And all I can do is express those emotions like anger and sadness in different ways that I know will make me feel better. By writing, by singing, by dancing, by running, by learning. We can't control what happens to us sometimes, but what we can control is what we do with it. And to me, that feels so reassuring to know that I have the power over what I do with my experiences. I get to decide what they become. I get to shape my experiences into strength instead of fear. And that to me is really reassuring. That pushes me forward. And I really didn't even want to make this video. I just wanted to try and forget and move on as fast as possible and continue making the content that I normally make. But I really thought this was important to show. I think it's important because I have an audience. I have lots of men, women, young girls, young boys out there watching this. There's a link in my bio. If you ever need help, contact it. It'll be in the description, in my bio, in the comments, and I really hope something in my words reached you, especially if you're going through something like this right now. I can't wait to see you guys in my next videos. Bye.